Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how it is that this person feels in your absence. So first of all, we'll take a look at what had happened between you guys. And I'm just aligning to your energy. So this person didn't listen to you a lot of the time. They did that on purpose, pile number one. Why was this absence created? Okay, so this is telling me that you guys were just different people. You guys had different lives that needed to be lived. You, I would say, have a different understanding of life. I think you guys are quite spiritual, and that was a distance that was like between you two that needed to be honored. I think you saw that there was a lot more potential to you and to your life than what you could outlive with this person, which is why you probably walked away. This person, yeah, this person learned a lot from you, by the way. You uncovered a lot of hidden truths about themselves that they weren't aware of and that they probably didn't want to know about themselves. But they also learned a lot about spirituality through you, pile number one. And that's something that you need to know. So how is it that this person is feeling in your absence at this time? We have twin flames. This person feels like you are their soulmate. They feel like you are a couple that complement one another, and they don't necessarily actually understand why the absence has been created. This is because they saw things through rose-tinted glasses, I just heard. And instead now they're taking time out to kind of like gain perspective of what has happened between you guys. And they have yet to accept this perspective. They have yet to accept the truth of what has happened between you two. They probably watch you a lot on social media, pile number one. Or if you guys have like mutual friends that you stay in connection with, this person goes to them asking them for perspective of this situation, asking what you've been up to and gaining information through those ways about you. They're gaslighting themselves out of the truth, and that's a problem because that keeps making this person suffer in your absence. Yeah, they know that they need to transform and that they need to grow through this. You know, they have to accept what is, but they don't necessarily want to. So once again, they keep putting themselves through a perpetual cycle of suffering and emotional torment or hurt. So they're learning why they're actually hurting. They're learning the real cause of their abandonment issues, because that's what this is. They have abandonment issues, and it came from childhood, and they're focusing in on that to heal that so that they can actually grow and let go of what it is that they have been focused on. They need to focus in on themselves and become self-indulgent, to do shadow work and learn what it means to appreciate themselves. So the only thing that can really help heal them in this situation is, at least from what they believe, is time. They feel like they need time. How has this absence affected their life? Sorry guys, I need caffeine. I need coffee. The way it's affected their life is you've shown them what they need help with internally. You've helped them to face issues that they've had for a very long time so that they can look into it more deeply and gain more understanding over what does need change, what they're ready to mature from, what they're ready to grow past, that they were projecting in their personality, in their situations, in their personas. It's affected their inner nature, and they're learning what they need to moderate within themselves. What they need to learn is a projection of their own concealed truths. You know what I'm saying? And they're learning how to discipline themselves through projecting their issues onto others, and instead take accountability, redirect, heal, and then share the lessons that they've learned instead. That's how their life has been affected, because they've been learning this in your absence. Yeah. You've also taught them the importance of self-love, honouring oneself through your absence. learning what it means to answer to their own needs, and learning what it means to become independent, learning what it is that they've been ignorant to, that they didn't really necessarily want to deal with, that they have to if they want to improve the quality of their connections, their relationships, their life, and themselves as individuals moving forward. So those are the messages that I have for you today, pile number 1. Thank you so much for stopping by, and until next time. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. So we're going to take a look at what it is that the person on your mind is feeling in your absence. But first we're going to take a look at why this absence was created in the first place. Why the separation or distance was created. Because this person was abusive in their words, in their ways, in their projections. This person probably called you a lot of nasty words. Yeah. This person wanted to poison the vision that you held of yourself and your potential in the world that is that you could create for yourself to live in. They created a lot of negativity and probably was just negative in general. They brought up a lot of situations that weren't problems, but they made them problems. And that's why the absence was created. This person pretty much set certain things in stone that almost felt like it entrapped you into a way of being, into a way of deprecation. You know, that's what I'm feeling, and that's what I heard, and that's why you created the distance that you shared between you two. You needed more support, more genuinity, more resonance, and this person wasn't going to give that to you. You wanted growth with this person, and this person didn't want growth. Nope. They wanted to stay the same way while you wanted to expand past limitations and explore new avenues and ways of being in life. Okay, so let's take a look and see at what this person wants to tell you since being in your absence. That they feel like they are codependent on relationships. They have abandonment issues and they are afraid of being alone. So I would say that this person hasn't even come to a true understanding of what's taken place in this separation. This person hasn't had the space, the time, or the ability to be honest with themselves because they always keep themselves preoccupied, busy, or surrounded by people that keep them distracted from the truth of their reality. This person would also want to tell you that they were codependent on you. They made their problems your problems. They made who it was that they were internally your problem. They projected all their issues onto you and made you the reason for blame. Made you the reason for, yeah, everything. Everything. But they never gave you thanks when it was deserved. Like, you know. What is it that this person wants to tell the viewer, please? Since being in absence, they've been wanting to come back to you, to reconnect with you. But they know that they can't and that this is over. Because you guys came to a formal agreement that change was needed, liberation was needed, transition was needed, and that's why it was created. So, yeah, they are learning how to move on. Learning what it means to be happily single. Learning what it means to have true fun and live in the moment and to release negative energy. Like this, that's what this person was when they were with you. Negative. Just that. Negative. Everything. Perspective, personality, traits, attitudes, behaviors, negative. And they know that, but they don't want to admit that. Okay, so how is it that they're feeling in the absence of those who have come to view? Pile number 2. So they feel like they need to work more on building security and stability in their life, with the palm tree coming out here in the date card. They want to meet new people to get back out there, because once again they have a fear of being alone and they have a rejection for abandonment. So they will probably be serial daters, people that, you know, jump from one person to the next person, or one friendship to the next friendship. They're never really stable, committed, or firm in who they say they are, what they say they want, and what they're willing to do to support the best possible outcomes into being. How is this person feeling affected since the separation? They feel like they've got a lot to learn about themselves, and they've got a lot to learn about what it means to prevent sadness in their life. They feel like they need to find and create solutions in their life, which is going to come from the inner security and stability that they discover and build, so that they can then focus in on making improvements in their life. They know that they need to develop new skills, advance themselves in what they're already good at, and create improvements to then create order in the chaos that had been left behind since being in your absence. This person has realized that there's a lot that they need to liberate themselves from, and they're not as experienced as what they liked to have perceived to have been. They wanted to be the person that had all the answers. They wanted to be the leader. They wanted to be the, you know, top dog. But instead, they've just proved themselves to be not what they thought they were. And that's kind of the most shocking thing about this, since you leaving them, is that they've realized they're not all that they made themselves out to be. And that was the most hard-hitting revolution of all. So how has your absence affected their life, please? We have the High Priestess, and we have the Protection Winged Mother. Your absence has affected their life in revealing hidden truths to them that they didn't want to accept, with the High Priestess being here, and also the Divine Guardian. This is saying that this person has realized that they are not good for certain sorts of people, by who it is that they choose to be. And this is something that they're coming to terms with, that they need to work on, and that they need to change, learn more about, and transmute or better within themselves. They've learned also, perhaps you revealed to them that they had shady people around them. Yeah, with Truth Unveiled. They had shady people around them, and you pointed out how these people were shady. These weren't good relationships, or they weren't true relationships. And this person was kind of like, you're just jealous because I have attention. When no, you were pretty spot on, and this person has come to discover this since being in your absence. And if not yet, they will in the very near future. They also, in ways, pile number 2, this might make you not feel that great, and I'm sorry if that's the case, but it's the truth here. This person is coming to the realization of what it is going to be required of them to succeed, what it is that they really want in life. And in ways, they've come to the realization that they couldn't achieve what they were most capable of achieving while with you, and they've come to acceptance that you couldn't be all that you are capable of being while being with them either. And that's the truth that they've come to reveal to themselves. And that's how their life is being affected. So what does Spirit want you to know about yourself moving forward? That since creating this separation and being in the absence of this person, you have the ability to lead your life how you wish to, live your life how you wish to, and be who it is that you wish to be, without interference, without threat, and without surprise. You know, like the element of surprise. This person really harnessed that, I would say, and surprised you a lot with like mood swings, situations, people, drama. And that's how your life has changed. It's become much more secure, and you've found much more reasons to celebrate goodness in life. You've learned how to protect the goodness that it is that you are as well, through being in the absence of this person. And as a result, you're moving on to much better things in a much new way. What I heard was fresh perspective. a much more fresh perspective of life, of connections, of yourself, of love, of healthiness and unhealthiness. And that's the truth here. So those are the messages that I have for you today. You're really coming into the true power of yourself, stepping into this new phase of life since being in the absence of this person. And you've gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom through outgrowing this connection, pile number 2. And that's what your guides want you to know. Those are the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so very much for stopping by. I hope this has found you well. And until next time, see you later. Bye. Pile number 3, hello and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We are going to take a look at how this person feels in your absence. But first we'll touch on why the separation was created in the first place, or why there is the absence existing. Then we'll take a look at what they want to tell you, how they felt, and how their life has been affected. And then any additional messages for you guys. So let's see, why is it that there is a separation in this connection between the person on the mind of my viewers of pile number 3 and their person? Scary is what I just heard. I don't know why. This person could have been a little bit intimidating in their ways of being, or this person just, they didn't know where they wanted to go in life. They were at a dead end, and they were always at a dead end. This person was a martyr. I think this person was very good at being a victim, when really what they were people pleasers who had really poor habits that would exhaust them, drain them of their resources, their finances, everything. The characters, and they lost themselves. That's what happened. They lost themselves. They lost their vision of what they wanted in life, what was good in life, what was important in life. They failed to upkeep their priorities, and it created the change that inevitably would come to be, because there was no security, there was bugger all foundation for progress to be made or things to have grown in this connection that you shared anyway. Does that make sense? Okay, so why is this person in my pile number 3's absence? Because you woke up. You were descending in your life. This connection, this person affected pretty much everything good in your life. They strangled your creative spark. They probably tried to confuse you a lot, took away a lot of choices that you would have had, decisions that needed to be made. They made you feel blocked, and they made you feel restrained, especially around the inspirations that it is that you had, and moving in the right direction just in general. This person limited you in every sort of way, shape, form possible. I don't know if they did this intentionally or not. Only you guys would know based on how they treated you and what they did. But I see here that they restricted growth, beauty, happiness, nurture, compassion, kindness, encouragement. They didn't believe in you, and they didn't really want to. Pile number 3. Okay, so what is it that this person wants to tell you since being in your absence? What does the person on pile number 3's mind want to tell them since being in the absence of them? We have karmic relationship. They realize how they weren't good for you. But they also realize how the things that you would point out to them that made them scary. Like, for example, you would point out a truth and they would get loud. They would get almost vicious in their ways of projecting themselves. Sometimes, like, they could be vicious when they wanted to be. Very, very spiteful. Very, very mean. Very resentful. This person has realized that the things that you would point out were true. They blamed you for their triggers. But they know that they have to let go of you, because they know that positive change wouldn't have come from this connection. It would have remained restricted. It would have remained stuck. and you both would have been lacking in fulfillment if you had stayed here. And they know that. They want you to know that. They know that they've learned a lot from you and you learned a lot from them. They're very upset. They've been crying. They've cried over this situation more than what you might know, more than what you might think. They've cried to people, to places, but mainly in private, on their own. I just heard a song and I can't remember what it's called, but it's by Will Smith's daughter, Willow. This person feels like they've traveled very, very far away from you, and some of you could have actually changed locations to where this connection was to begin with, which is why they feel like they can't do anything about what's come to transpire here. Okay, so how is it that they're feeling since being in your absence? In all honesty, pile number 3, this person feels like they have the ability to get what it is that they're wanting now, that they can take a chance on themselves and in their life, and that they need to be strategic. Since being in your absence, they've learned about the options it is that they do have and the decisions that need to be made. This person isn't looking for a commitment. So if they are exploring romantic options, if this was like a romantic connection, this person is only delving into things like one-night stands. Barely that. If anything, communicating with people, because I don't think they're actually wanting, they don't want a relationship right now. They want to explore things such as their assets, money, but if love does come along, it's not like they're going to turn it away, but it would be a definite surprise for them because they're not planning for it. And that's how they feel. They felt heartbroken from this situation, but they've been learning what it takes to evolve themselves through this separation, through this connection, and past this chapter of their life to move into the next phase. They're just still a little bit resistant because they're still mourning the loss of the breakup. How do they view you? This person was once addicted to you, by the way. Just need to say that because I heard it. They were like somewhat obsessed with you, but the card that came out here was photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. So if you're still friends with this person on, say, like Instagram, Facebook, I don't know, platforms, TikTok, I don't know, somewhere where they can view you, they keep looking over your photos. So these people might even have like memories popping up on Facebook of photos that they would have posted in the past, and it's like the anniversary of that time has rolled around, and yeah, they're just thinking of you a lot right now, which is maybe why this person has been popping up in your mind a lot recently. Perhaps you guys could have been disconnected for quite some time now, but yeah, this person was very codependent on you. I would say that this person wanted to control you, keep you, and that's why they restrained you, because they believed that that's what would keep you there. You know what I'm saying? But what they've come to realize is that no, they were addicted to you, they were obsessed with you, they were codependent on you, and that is unhealthy. So they understand why you might have moved away in the ways that you had. Yeah, no time with the clock card coming out here. Yeah, that's why you moved away in the ways that you did as soon as you woke up to the true reality of what was happening here. So they understand that. They want you to understand that. They understand that. And there's no hard feelings here, just grief. Yeah, just grief. They want you to keep a positive mindset, and they want you to be able to manifest the best possible outcomes in your life and in your reality here. That's what they want for you. They don't wish any ill will on you. If anything, they just hope that you grow in the success and in the happiness that you set out to find, keep, and create. Those are the messages that I have for you today, pile number 3. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this has found you well and has come a positive service to you. But with all that being said, until next time, see you later. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be doing a reading, taking a look into how it is that the person on your mind feels in your absence. A card has already come out, but I'm not going to look at it. I just want to place that face down just so that I don't affect the channel messages here. So the first position, we're going to take a look at why it is that this separation was created in the first place. And what I heard was because something about the situation was mistaken. There was a need for transformation in this connection. There was an incommitment to committing or devoting to an agreement, standards, mutual respects, understandings. And I think your intuition told you that it was better to move away from this connection and transform into something better than what it was to stay behind and keep facing the same imbalances, keep facing the same struggles, keep facing stagnation and lack. This person tried to confine your creative freedom of expression. I just heard pile number 4. And I just heard there was a denial of the truth from the eyes of this lady here. There was a denial of the truth that this person knew and that this person saw. And they tried to make you blind to the truth of what you could have, what you were deserving of, what you were worthy of, and what was available to you. They tried to control you, really, and make you surrender to what it was that they envisioned for themselves. They tried to make the connection all about them, is probably the best way that I can summarize this energy. Their actions weren't reflective of what they really wanted either, and they made a lot of mistakes than what they tried to, or what they intended. And with them trying to desperately keep and uphold this connection, pile number 4, they broke it on accident. They kind of took out all the joy, all the goodness, all the playfulness, all the connection, all that was positive about you guys, and infected it. They took it away. Okay, so the first card that came out here that I said I wasn't going to look at is people. This person, they were discouraged and they didn't feel good enough for you, so they tried to dull you, dim you, to make them feel more comfortable in this connection. They knew that they were not to your, I don't know how to word this, so I'm going to just say it. They were not in your caliber. They were not in your standard, and they knew that. They knew that you were kind of too good for them. And they might have even tried to oppose to have been someone that they weren't, something better than what they are, but intuitively you kind of already instinctively knew that something was off about this connection, which is why you chose to create a separation with flow here. Sex. Yeah, you chose to move on because you felt like the connection was disconnected. There wasn't a connection. It was more like something that was controlled, something that was habitual, something that was a pattern, something that you guys fought to kind of keep alive, you know. And the thing is, if it's not you that intuitively picked up on the need for the separation, pile number 4, it was them. That inevitably this would come to an end, you know. Okay, so what is it that they want to tell you since being in separation with you? I need to keep using these cards. What is it that the person on pile number 4's mind wants to tell them since being in separation to them? Okay, so we have transformation, we have growth, and we have cars and vehicles. This talks about they've recognized how outdated they have been in their way of being, and they've recognized where it is that they've lacked direction in their life. There is a misbalance here, but they're starting to wake up to the potential of what could be made out of their present situations. They're trying to design a dream for themselves of what it is that they want, but they're not quite sure, so they're trying to follow and find the synchronicities in their life that could guide them. But the problem here is their comfort zones, and they want to tell you that they want love, they want to move on, they want better, they want to grow, they want to be a better person in general, but they just don't know how. And that's what they want you to know. They really don't know how. All they know is that they're going to have to reinvent themselves, what they want, how they see life, how they present themselves in life, how they show up for themselves and the people they say that they love and care for in their world. For a time being now, they've taken time out to recognize what is in their life that isn't or shouldn't really be there. So they're taking time out to remove those sorts of things. And they're hoping this will eventually help to clear the pathway to move forward. Yeah, with flow coming back out here, they understand that they can't control everything, so instead they're trying to add, addition and subtract to then materialize the truth of the desires that they want. And that's what they want you to know. You've been a guiding light for them, whether they've told you this or not as well. You've kind of inspired them to clear the confusion that they have in their life and in their mind and of themselves, so that they could ignite what it is that they're really needing. Yeah. How has this separation affected the person that's on the mind on my pile number 4s? The way it's affected them is they don't trust love. They've closed themselves off to love because they've recognized that they need to understand what love actually is, what it means. What love is toxic, what love is not toxic, and what toxicity they have that they need to fix before even thinking about welcoming in the goodness to a false perception of something that isn't sustainable. Does that make sense? Because we have a woman holding a heart, we have the 7th chakra, which is Archangel Uriel, and then we have the world. So yeah, this person is trying to come to an understanding of why things ended in the first place by recognizing their own ugliness, their own sadness, their own negativity, their own grief that they have used to subjectively create endings. They're trying to learn what it takes to better the relationship that they share with themselves overall, pile number 4, and that's a problem for them. It's causing a lot of heartbreak. Since being in your absence, they have realized how much emptiness is in their world, how much emptiness they have inside themselves, you know, and this is making them closed off to love, to being receptive to love, and them feeling like they're doomed to a life of emptiness. That's how it's affected them. That's how they feel. They don't want love. They don't want change. They would rather be how they are right now and hide, is what I just heard. So what they're going to do is hyper-focus in on their work life. And that's what they have been doing. They've been focusing in on work, finances, structure, and material success, because that's what they feel they can hold on to. Once they have it, they have it. It's not going anywhere unless they choose for it to. 7 and 3. They're also focusing in on affirming better affirmations in their life so that they can maybe move forward with like business partnerships. That's the extent of love that they're wishing to kind of explore. They want business partnerships, they want business opportunities, they want career avenues, they want career channels, and that's what they're going to do and stay doing for quite a long time, I would say here. So how is it that their life was affected by the absence of my viewer? Their life was affected in ways that highlighted the need for balance, discipline, patience, kindness, compassion, understanding. Your absence has highlighted the ways it is that they need to discipline and get in control of their ego before they kind of ruin everything and every single chance that they have of expansion, of joy, of love, of happiness, of all things good and all things that bring stability and sustainability. This person is focused on their long-term goals, but they're excluding the best of those options by ignoring what they really need to heal. With cornucopia and action. So advice for you moving forward from Spirit around us at this time, please. Before I close this reading, for those who are feeling powerful. Continue to lead your life the way you wish to, and continue to learn what it takes to trust yourself and to learn what is best for you. You will naturally inspire this person and show them how you can better your life and better yourself and build what it is that you want and hold on to goodness in your life. Just through being yourself, being truthful, being honest about where it is that you are at in life, who it is that you are, your deficits, your strengths. You're good at taking accountability and ownership over yourself, and that's what this person is avoiding doing, which is why things will never be as good as they could be until the truth of what they really need to deal with, such as inner trauma, is faced, accepted, and transformed. Those are the messages that I have for you today, pile number 4. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that this reading has found you well, and until next time, all the best. See you guys later.